Bobby's ready.
Hey, everybody, welcome back in. We're here at Barrio Queen, Tempe Marketplace, having a great time. Food's terrific. Drinks are even better. It is indeed Taco Tuesday and also El Bandito Yankee Tequila Tuesday as well, which brings us to our next guest, who always says that he would love to join us for a little food and drink, but he never does. I think he doesn't like me.
He's busy.
Yeah, I know he's busy. I know.
He's out there covering those cards.
Yeah, I know. Arizona Cardinals beat writer Bob McManaman from the Republic and also AZ Central Sports. You can always follow him on Twitter or X at AZ Bobby Mack. AZ Bobby Mack. Bobby, Jimmy B, and Manooch, how are you, pal?
Jimmy B, I love you. I'm sure I've met you over the 40 to 50 years we've been doing this together. So don't say I don't like you. I probably just tolerate you.
Spoken like a true professional. I just tolerate you. All right, speaking of tolerating then, the game against the Chiefs. Woo.
Wow,
Oh,
Bobby.
man, Bobby.
Ooh,
Yeah. Just quickly your overall takeaway from that disaster.
Yeah, well, in the moment, it was bad, but, you know, I look at it like this. I had to take a step back, and it took me a day and a half or 2 days to realize this, and it's bad that it took me that long, but the first team offense and defense was okay for the first two series. And then it kind of went haywire, and I overreacted in a preseason game, and I slammed them. I slammed everybody, and I feel bad. I should not have done that. It was preseason against a really good team, a rebuilding team against a championship team. So I think we got to check everything at the door and start over and see how they do in Minnesota. And I feel shame. I should go into the penalty box.
Bob, you're watching that game, and I agree to a point, but I just think sometimes effort is everything. And I don't know if Jonathan Gannon addressed it or not, reading your articles and reference. I think he might have did it in code. And he just said, look, we can't do that with that kind of a good team or we're going to get crushed. You did say that. But, I mean, as far as tackling.
I did say that, and I believe that because this is not a great team, and Arizona. They could be, but they're not yet. And if they play this way against good teams, they're going to get crushed.
Exactly. And I think that in preseason, as far as missed tackles and yards after contact and blown assignments on and on and on, I think they took a little bit of a step back. Maybe that emotion wore out.
Yeah.
But if there's anything that's noticeable, it's just a lack of depth, at least with this team when you play a team that's got a lot of depth in the Chiefs.
I don't know. I think they have quarterbacks that are sizzling, the Chiefs, and the Cardinals quarterbacks aren't. And as good as Tune has looked at times, and Blau has been okay, McCoy hasn't done anything that's going to rip Loria, but I think the Chiefs quarterbacks just like, hey, we're going to take it to you, and we're going to go. I remarked to my people in the press box the other night, I'm like, when are the Cardinals going to go deep? We're not going to try to go, take it down the field and throw some deep. They just don't do that very often until they're behind or whatever. And it's only been 2 games, but the Chiefs attacked the Cardinals defense. And I think that thing was lost on a lot of people.
Well, that was. I mean,
they got smoked.
Yeah, no, and I think that's noticeable when you watch that. I think the other side of the coin is when you watch that game in reference to mano a mano or the ones-on-one. And to your point, I told these guys yesterday, Rock and Jimmy, I thought the first quarter, first half, it was solid, but after that, things fell apart. But all that being said,
well, it went sideways.
Yeah, I mean, 6 straight possessions the Chiefs scored, or was it 6 straight, 5 or 6 straight? That being said, Bob, now that it looks like that they're really trying to get Clayton Tune to be the backup to the backup. With these 2 practices coming up tomorrow and Thursday, and then the game on Saturday, are they going to try to? My guess would be have this young man start with the starters on Saturday night or Saturday afternoon against the Vikings? That being Clayton Tune.
Your guess is as good as mine, Manuch. You would know better than me. You're a quarterback. I'm just a sports writer. But I will tell you this, that all signs are pointing towards Tune getting more time again.
Yeah.
And, it's weird. I don't know. This coach, I love him. I keep telling you I love him, but I don't know him yet. I don't know what he's going to do. He won't tell us what he's going to do at all. Usually, even Kingsbury told us what he was going to do, even if he lied. But so I wish I could tell you. I don't know. I think Tune, Gannon told us that look, this kid needs the reps. But I think so does Colt McCoy, doesn't he?
Yeah,
but
sure.
Since they went to the 3 preseason game format, it's different. Now it's like, do you play the guys or do you sit them out? Everybody's different, and it's weird, man. I'm not in Minnesota with the team. My colleague Jose Romero is going to be there. You can follow him on Twitter and at AZ Central for sure. Please do. But I'll tell you this. Colt McCoy is going to be the starter. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
Even though I dig Clayton Tune, I just don't think it's going to happen for him just this quick. Now, could it happen in game 3? Yeah, it could.
I'm real curious, Bobby, what your takeaway will be if indeed the starters don't play, Tune plays at quarterback, and they have another disaster. It appears that the Vikings are not going to play any of their players. I think the concessionaires and the ball boys are going to suit up.
Okay.
So what would your takeaway be if they stink?
If they don't, I don't know. They better do good then. If nobody from the Viking starting group is, I know Cousins isn't playing, but I'll be interested to see how, whoever does play plays well, because there's 5 to 6 starting spots still up for grabs, in my opinion. And they're not even really that up for grabs. It's like fine tuning, and it's A1, A2 cornerbacks. Obviously, Isaiah Simmons. Are you really going to roll him out there as a starter? Or I just don't know. Are you going to make Jalen Thompson the slot cornerback, or do you just put Simmons on the bench? Probably where he belongs right now. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's a lot of the offensive line is set. I think Keontae Ingram's your number 2 running back behind Connor, but I think there's a lot of things at stake here. I don't know if the game's going to decide that so much as the practices will on Wednesday and Thursday. I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
So, Bob, as we head into, because after this 10 o'clock, by the way, folks, the game starts at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. Our time. So get yourself up, get your eggs and bacon going, maybe get that Bloody Mary going, get that little El Bandito Yankee tequila flowing.
Coffee and donuts, man. Coffee and donuts.
Yeah, that'll work.
So basically 2 weeks after this last scrimmage or 3, whatever you want to call it, what's going to be your main storylines as far as the 2 weeks until opening kickoff on September 10th?
I think it's the mindset of the team when it comes to what are we going to be this year? Are we all in with this new culture, which I think they are, and I believe in it. I do believe in it. But what are we going to do in 2024? I'm looking way ahead.
Sure.
And I'm trying to get out of that, but it's stuck in me. It's stuck in everybody that follows this team. I think that's what you need to look for, is what's going to be the end result from whatever happens. I think they could be better than what people think they're going to be. But is that from 3 wins to 5 wins? That's about as far as I'm willing to pitch it. But I think it's all about how willing are they to blow this thing up and start all over again with a new quarterback and hopefully adding a number 1 wide receiver, Harrison Jr., which I want to see. I want to see that part. I'm not saying the quarterback yet, but this is on the table, and every single week it's going to be look ahead, look ahead, look ahead.
By the way, how is Kyler Murray coming along? I saw he's out there throwing a little bit via the tape. How's he coming along?
He's on track. Everything is good. I think he'll be back sooner than we think. But that's up to management. It's also up to ownership. It's up to trainers. It's up to Kyler. It's up to the coaches, which means it's up to nobody. You know, I think that's, you know, it's the question everyone's going to ask every week until he's back. But I do think they're going to, I don't want to say slow play it. I think they're just going to really bide their time. And there's nothing wrong with that unless, you know, if you're 0-9 and he hasn't played yet, I'm not rushing him back.
I'm with you on that 100%. It's always good, pal, when we catch up with you. Enjoy the early morning
and
TV
I do
broadcast.
like you,
yeah, what do you got?
I do. I like you. I want to go eat breakfast or lunch with you.
Well, you and I have indeed crossed paths in the past. In fact,
there's no doubt.
Yes, I was doing Buffalo, and I was thinking about this while you went after while Manucci was asking you questions. I came in and I did Buffalo and Arizona when they were still playing at ASU, and I did the game on TV. And I'm pretty sure
I was there.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure we met.
You're the short guy, right?
Pardon me?
You're the short guy, right?
I am the short guy, yes.
5'3", 110 pounds. That's Jimmy.
I'm kidding. I love you.
Thank you, Bobby. You have a good weekend.
That's Bobby's love language right there, Jimmy.
I know. I got it. Thank you, pal.
Thanks for having me.
You got it, kid. See you later. Bobby Mack, you can always follow him on Twitter or X at AZ Bobby
You're
Mack.
that short guy.
You're that short guy.
That's right. You had Doug Flutie.
Yeah.
You had Ted Washington, a nose tackle.
Yeah.
You beat the Cardinals.
Yeah.
You smoked them.
Like 38-10.
Oh.
Flutie threw for like 350 in that game. Eric Moulds, I think, had 3 touchdowns.
You're one of the only quarterbacks you looked eye to eye with.
Pretty much.
Doug Flutie.
Yeah, I know. It was great when he came out for our party.
Was that a Monday night football game?
No, it was a night game. No, it was a Saturday game. I'm sorry,
no,
Sunday game.
It got into the night.
Yeah, because it was still warm. So, at any rate, story time with Jimmy B and Manucci. There you go. Quick time out, everybody. But before we do that, I want to remind you about this, because this is going to be a fantastic time. NFL season opener is going to take place September 7th, all right? It is a Thursday night. You want to be hanging out with us. We're going to host our inaugural Watch, Win, and Wager kickoff party. We have cold, hard cash to give away to everybody, and whoever attends gets free $25 quarter squares throughout the game, plus you'll automatically be entered to win a 75-inch big screen TV, and we'll give that TV away in the fourth quarter. We'll have special guests there, drink specials, including Rockin' Manucci Lager from Hess Brewing. It'll be on draft. $4 for that. It's really good. I've sampled it. So you got to come out and hang with us. It's Thursday, September 7th, Detroit and Kansas City. That's the NFL opener that Thursday night. It is Rockin' Manucci with Jimmy B. It is the Casino Arizona at the CAZ Sportsbook and Sports Bar. We will see you there. Rockin' Manucci with Jimmy B, Fox Sports.
Check this out. This is The Herd. You're excited. I'm excited. With Colin Cowherd.
It's an old saying in sports, paralysis by analysis. Just don't overthink the room. And I thought to myself, we kind of know who's going to win in this league. I'm going Bills, Chiefs, Jags, Bengals, Eagles,